Welcome, everybody, to Funeral Nation, episode 176. It's the new year, the first full week of the year. Everybody's ready to crush. I'm Ryan Thogmartin, and that is Jamie. You're not
Jamie,
Jeff.
not the Commander Meredith.
Jamie, not the Commander Meredith. What, Jamie? What are you doing?
I thought I was the new host of Funeral Nation. Is that not correct?
I mean, I would prefer it, but I haven't heard that from Jeff, though, but I mean.
Well, I was under that was the assumption that we were going with in 2020.
Apparently, vision. What the heck is going on here with you two?
What are you doing in Rainbow City, Alabama?
Well, I took a flight last night, and I took a train to Georgia, went south, and here I am this morning. By the way, I was working with this client that we have that's having cash flow issues, and I thought that's what you wanted me to do.
Well, that is exactly what we want you to do while I'm hosting Funeral Nation.
This has become a problem. You're good. You're good. I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Wait a second. So what's going on here?
You want to bear the good news?
The great news is I'm with C&J Financial, and we made that transition last week, first of the year. And wow. Jamie will share with you it came about, but my passion has always been, as you've always heard, reducing accounts receivable and increasing cash flow. And it just seemed like a perfect marriage to be together. So I'm in Rainbow City, Alabama this morning, and left Phoenix. I've got a sweatshirt on. It's freezing out here. I think it's about 40.
Yeah, 45. It's like 45 or 50 degrees.
Oh, that's a heat wave.
Phoenix.
Gee whiz. Shocking everybody. Well, congratulations. That's fantastic on the move. So, Jamie, you've been a title sponsor of the show since its inception. So instead of us running the promo, why don't you just give us the promo live right here?
Oh, well, I'd be more than happy to, Ryan. What C&J does, if there's anybody out there in the funeral world that is not familiar with what C&J does, we help funeral homes eliminate the hassle, headache, and cash flow delay in processing insurance death claims. Rather than waiting weeks or months to get paid on your insurance cases, C&J can verify and fund those claims for you, usually within about 24 to 48 hours, eliminating all of the hassle and cash flow delays that those insurance assignments cause. And we couldn't be more proud to have Jeff on the team at C&J. I've known Jeff for, I guess, forever.
Yeah, I was a client.
Long before Funeral Nation and before he came the funeral commander and all of that stuff, and just really excited now to be able to get to work with him on a daily basis. And he come on board to help our clients improve their overall businesses. And so he's going to be focusing on training and helping implement some new programs that we're doing here at C&J. And super excited to have him on board with us.
I'm excited too. It's interesting. Last week we talked about new changes and things going on in the industry with consolidations, etc. So the funeral commander now is consolidated over here with the C&J team, which has always been near and dear to my heart because the funeral isn't over till you get paid, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Well, and I don't know if there's anybody we love any more than Jamie in the profession, and as doing this show, Jamie's been one of our right-hand staple people that we couldn't do it without, not just because of the financial commitment, but because Jamie's just a great supporter and is always a pleasure to have on the show. So, what would have been really cool was if there was some prompting and I knew what was going on, but, I like the surprise. I think, Jeff, now we know that if either one of us is under the weather, we've got a stand-in that can just pick up and go with the show, and we don't have to skip a week. So that's awesome.
We'll take it to a whole new low if I'm hosting the show.
Yeah, Jamie's always had that face for radio, so he's really, really good at this.
Yes.
Now, hold on. Now, I gotta say,
clean the bathrooms here in the building.
That's right. Well, I gotta say this, like Jamie, I admire what you are doing with your sons. If there's anyone out there that's not following Meredith and Sons, you have to find that Facebook page. Follow Jamie and what he's doing with his boys every week on, leadership, personal development, motivation. Like, you go down the checklist, it's amazing. we're doing a story on it on Connecting Directors. I believe you're working with our editor to kind of dive into why you started doing that, how it came about. So little plug for that, Jamie. I'm as a father, and Jeff's a father as well. I admire what you're doing with your sons, and maybe your kids will beat my kids to the punch of writing the book Perfectly Parented. I don't know, but
that will never happen for my kids. I can assure you of that. But yeah, my whole goal in the whole thing, Ryan, was just not raise serial killers. In this crazy world that we live in. Just build some foundational character issues that hopefully will stick with them long term and serve them in life. And so many negative things out there in the world today, and it's just a way for me to put some positive affirmations into their mind each morning, and hopefully some of it will stick, some of it won't. But you got to plant the seeds. Some will reap an abundant harvest, and others will go by the wayside. But as a father, got to try to do something in today's crazy times and promote some positivity and being creative with it a little bit too, and having fun with it.
I would agree, and don't sell yourself short. You're feeding into your boys, but you're feeding into thousands of other people that watch that every week. So you're making a difference for sure.
I appreciate that, man. That's very kind, especially coming from you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, two really good fathers here, both of you guys. I admire what you're doing. Before we move further, let's take a little ring break.
Yeah.
Well, and that increases the phone calls. He's the king of ring. So let's run that promotion.
We're Ring Marketing. We help funeral homes generate at least 10 more at-need calls per month. Our techniques help you dominate local search rankings and become the top choice for services in your area. We also proudly offer a 100% money-back guarantee. For a free copy of our book, visit www.funeralhomeprofits.com.
Ryan, as we're closing up here in the next couple minutes, we see that the consolidation, literally, I think it was the next day after we had our show, it's already begun with the Legacy Group, was purchased last week by some folks out of Canada. Isn't that correct?
That's right. Park Lawn has bought the Legacy Group. Park Lawn is making moves. Like, they are consolidating and buying a lot. And it's interesting. We get a lot of the press releases through Connecting Directors. You and I, Jeff, have been historically talking about a lot of the large acquisitions and consolidations on this show. Park Lawn, Foundation Partners seem to be buying at a rapid pace right now.
I agree with you. I saw recently where the growth is going on in my neighborhood over in Tucson, Arizona, with Foundation Partners Group. And I have a really close friend and partner that I work with a long time, Steve Zittles with Foundation Partners. And we discussed this again earlier on the year, and we discussed this 4 years ago. The Legacy Group out of Tennessee is another large family organization that's going to a corporate company. Who's next? Yeah. I think that's something we need to look at. And the only way that I believe that we're going to survive, just like you and I shared from an IT perspective and growth, is that you have to either align or consolidate. And I think it's a good move for our industry overall. What do you think, Jamie?
No, I agree. I mean, y'all's predictions last week and even the last year, for that matter, are spot on, and something that all three of us have talked about for several years now. Not only in the funeral homes side of it, but also on the vendor side.
Yeah,
we even saw a lot of vendors consolidating this past year. We're basically at C&J a consolidator ourselves. I mean, we've acquired several companies over the last 5 years and consolidated our little industry. And that's really the only way to survive going forward with the changing dynamics in the funeral industry, with the change in preferences that people are having. Revenues on a per case basis are decreasing. So you've got to get creative to survive today. And no doubt that the consolidation will continue through 2020. We'll see more prominent names, I would imagine, over the next few months pop up and selling out to a consolidator.
I agree. So this 2020 may be the year of some surprises. We started off pretty good here. That's so right. Who knows what's around the corner for all of us?
That's it. And speaking of around the corner, we've got a new advertiser coming on and sponsor the show. And you can see their logo down in the corner. Plotbox is going to be coming on. They'll have a promo, and we'll have Neil and some of his team on to announce the partnership with Funeral Nation in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I can't wait to have them on. I actually have a personal story with how I was introduced to Plotbox, which is fantastic. I love those folks. Really smart technology. And I think we'll also broaden out to more of the cemetery folks here that are watching our show. So they're going to be a good complement to what we're doing here at Funeral Nation.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this episode has been full of surprises, enough that we could probably wrap. Congratulations, Jeff, on joining the C&J team. And Jamie, I think congratulations to you of bringing Jeff
congratulations, condolences. I mean, they're very similar.
That's right.
But, wedding, funeral.
Exactly. We couldn't be more excited to have Jeff on the team. He preached our praises for years and years. Now, actually, glad to actually get the fame to do that. So couldn't be happy with Jeff deciding to join C&J.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, gentlemen, until next time, have a great effing week.
Out here.